Welcome to the Immune Edit. I'm Dr. Doug Jones. If your immune system feels like the enemy, or you're just tired of not feeling like yourself, this space is for you. It's beginning to look a lot like cross-contamination everywhere you go. Yes, I will keep my day job as a doctor. I will not be singing. But the holidays are basically a potluck hosted by people who swear their secret ingredient is love when it's really crushed walnuts. And it just puts you at risk. And you are just worrying about that the whole time. So the holidays just magnify everything. They magnify our joy, our family time, but also our stress. And it may even magnify our food-related cortisol spikes. And if you have chronic disease, sometimes it can magnify the effects of that chronic disease because of that underlying stress and because of all the things that go into the holidays and the holiday parties. You're not just managing a medical condition. You're having to manage fear and social expectations and family dynamics, and it can get chaotic, and you can just feel that load, and sometimes it makes it just not so enjoyable. So I'm hoping today that we can go over a few tips to help you navigate the holidays so that we're magnifying as much joy and safety as we possibly can and minimizing as much stress and detriment as we possibly can. So let's go over just a few tips. Number one, plan to relax. Oftentimes, our schedules get so busy and so packed, and it's hard to say no to so many things that we forget to kind of build in some rest time and some relaxation time. Make sure that you're taking that time and you're building that time in. Build some boundaries. And that's tip number two. Boundaries aren't an option, it's actual medical equipment. It's your medical equipment to keep you safe. And set some boundaries because that will actually help you to achieve number one, relax a little more. If you have those boundaries in place, you'll be more confident that perhaps you know what the menu is ahead of time. You're setting that menu so you know what's there. You're bringing your own dishes, teaching your children phrases to help them feel confident, not apologetic. And also realize that no is a complete sentence and you don't have to explain yourself. So relax, be prepared, set boundaries. And if, Aunt Linda gets offended because you're not consuming her walnut laced dish, it's a Linda problem, not a you problem. Okay. Just remember that. That's her. You are just not being a pain. You are looking out for your health or your child's health. Tip number three, let's reduce the unknowns, reduce the variables. The brain fears what it can't predict. The unknown creates an emotional load, an enormous emotional load on you. So the more that we can make predictable, the more we can create the knowns, the better. This is where neuroscience meets self-care. Predictability will lower uh, anxiety pathways. So as much as possible, pre-check your environments, have backup plans, have your medications, have your devices, have your action plans ready. Do all of that ahead of time. Be prepared, not scared. And the more prepared we are, that means we're reducing the unknowns. We're creating the knowns. And obviously, sometimes we cannot account for every situation, but the more we can, the better we are. Preparedness reduces fear because it tells the nervous system, you got this covered. Okay. Tip number four, stop carrying the guilt that doesn't belong to you. The emotional load is heavy, not because you're weak. The emotional load is heavy because the stakes are real. And that's why it's heavy. Asking for safety isn't a burden, it's a boundary. Okay, remember that. Asking for safety is not a burden, it's a boundary. Needing something to be different isn't being difficult, or maybe even needing a different food or something different. It's not being difficult, it's your biology. Okay, that's all. And having symptom flare ups or having something happen isn't ruining it for everyone else. It's not. It's something that needs to be respected and addressed. And, you know, there just has to be kind of that understanding, and you have the confidence within you, not the apology or the guilt. Tip number 5: create some traditions that feel safe and are satisfying. So celebrate with foods that you know are safe. Food is just such the central feature of all kind of celebrations that happen. But maybe build some new rituals in that don't revolve around that. Build some new things around that. Empower the children also to be part of that planning. Traditions can evolve, so so can yours. Build some safe, enjoyable things that create knowns, less of the unknowns. Number 6, don't let social media dictate your emotional reality. Tie into your broader mission about evidence, nuance, and objectivity. Okay. People online love selling certainty, especially false certainty. But chronic illness and allergies make you a little more vulnerable to advice that sounds comforting, but isn't necessarily grounded in reality. Okay. So don't get too wrapped up in your social media echo chamber, the fear that's out there, all of those things. Know you, know your boundary, and listen kind of for the music amidst the noise, especially when it comes to social media. Tip number 7: give yourself permission to feel what you feel, whether it's relief, grief, frustration, exhaustion, they all belong. And it's okay. You're not overreacting, you're paying attention. And chronic disease, especially, asks you to be responsible for some things that others just take for granted. That's emotional labor. Acknowledge it, honor it, realizing you may be carrying things that others can't see. But at the same time, realize you have strength and resilience within you that others can't see. And that's okay. And that's a beautiful thing. Just in closing, remember you deserve joy, you deserve safety, you deserve rest. Um, the holidays don't have to be just tests of endurance. They can be moments of connection, of grounding, of pride in how far you've come. They could be moments of enhancing understanding and forgiveness. And we want your season to be merry. We want it to be bright. We don't want it to be full of Aunt Linda's walnut laced pie or whatever it is, or that surprise. We want it to be just fun. Realize your boundaries are part of your medical plan, and you matter. Your voice matters. How you feel matters. It's not a burden. You don't have to be apologetic for it. We all just need to have that increased understanding, that forgiveness, that compassion towards each other. And if you're on the other hand, on the other end of this listening, if you don't have food allergies, you don't have chronic disease, and somebody is coming to you with these types of things, lean in with compassion. Lean in to seek greater understanding of where they're coming from. I think most of the stress comes from the unknown, from misunderstandings, and we're all important. Every single person is. You're not the wrong kind of sick either. So let's lean in this season so that we can have the joy, we can have the rest, and above all, safety. Cheers and New Year's. Thank you so much again for tuning in. We'll see you next time on The Immune Edit. This show is separate from my clinical practice at Global Allergy Immune Network. This show represents my opinions and my guests' opinions. Neither myself nor the show endorses the views or statements of my guests. This show is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional care by a doctor or other qualified medical professional. This show is provided with the understanding that it does not constitute medical or other professional advice or services. If you're looking for help in your journey, please seek out a qualified medical practitioner. It's important to have someone in your corner who is a trained and licensed healthcare practitioner who can help you make changes, especially when it comes to your health.